So this is Yantra and the Mantra Meditation class. 60 minutes. We understand for 5 to 7 minutes understanding of the meditation, and then we do the practice. After that, we share our experiences openly, without any reservation, even if you do not experience anything. Hi. This is first time?
Yes.
Okay. I'm Girish. You are?
Alyssa.
Alyssa.
Yes.
Why meditation?
Why meditation? I started to try, I was doing it last winter, about 10 minutes a day, and it was making a huge difference in my life. And I just would like it to become part of more of my regular, like yoga is part of my everyday routine. I would like meditation.
Wonderful. That's really good. You have changed. It makes a tremendous change in your life. So first, that's how I go for it. 5 to 7 minutes of understanding of meditation. Then we will practice. We'll share our experiences. So I address your issues, your doubts. And that's how we go every week. Meditation. You know, Galina, you were talking about spirituality. Have you ever tried to understand what is this spirituality?
Yes, try. Think about it.
Think about it. So the spirituality, practically speaking, when you transcend the mind, an existence, a state of consciousness, your nature, your true nature that transcends the mind is the domain of spirituality. But why spirituality? In the domain of the spiritual consciousness, there are no dualities and conflicts and confusion. That spiritual consciousness is of the nature of peace, happiness, love, wisdom, and truth. There are no opposites. At the mental level, there are opposites. You may like me today, the next day you'll say, the beer guy, I don't want to go to his class. So it comes from the mind. But when it comes from the spiritual consciousness, then there is no duality, there are no opposites. Simple understanding. But then what happens when you enter into the spiritual domain? What happens? When you discover that inner peace which has no duality, it begins changing the mind, the personality, the attitude, the behavior. It raises your energy level. It helps you manage your stress easily and effectively. So that is the true applied meaning of the spirituality. The spirituality is related and also not related to any religion. It is related because all religions are based on the spiritual experiences of their founders. Once they experienced, they entered into the spiritual domain, and then they explained how to practice. They formed certain custom, rites and rituals. It became religion. So that is how it is related, but still it is not related at all. You need not to practice any religion in order to be spiritual. It is an awakening. Why I define spirituality in that term? Because meditation is defined as transcending the mind. You go beyond the mind. you enter into the spiritual domain. You discover a new consciousness. Don't be serious, Galina. Keep a smile on the face. Why are you so serious? This is her first time. She has been coming for long. So Nancy has been my... So what we do, then there are more than 5,000 different practices of meditation discovered, designed, I would say, developed and evolved in yoga and tantra tradition originated in India. Yoga and tantra originated in India more than 6,000 years back. What we are going to do, why I named it Yantra and the Mantra Meditation. What is Yantra? Yantra literally means a state of the consciousness that helps you dispel your stress, your anxiety, your duality, and a conflict. But literally it is defined like mandalas. They are different geometrical designs. They represent the different higher states of the spiritual consciousness. Even, for example, take an example of a triangle that we are going to use here in today's meditation. So that triangle represents power of wisdom, power of action, and the power of love. So if we integrate all and we start living, moving, and acting into these three forces of our nature, everything becomes normal, perfect, happy. Then comes the mantra. You might have heard about the name of the mantra. So literally it's a Sanskrit word. It means the sound that drops, dissolves, and destroys the suffering. What is suffering? Anxiety, stress, duality, conflict, hatred, jealousy. So all these gradually are dissolved. Why they are dissolved? Because we enter into the spiritual domain. So there are meditation that in any meditation one can progress. One has to keep a patience. Can it be done in one session? Can you achieve everything in one session? The answer is no. There are rare people in the tradition who spent more than 16 or 17 hours on a single day and they reach to that stage. But why it is a progressive step? Say for example, today you practiced and your mind brought certain challenges, and while sharing your experiences you come out and the next week I address those challenges practically. I just modify the practices of meditation to suit the group. That is how I go. Okay? Are you ready? Let us start with the Yantra and Mantra meditation. Lie down on the back. And it is good to do it while lying down. Don't be fussy. Yes, just lie down. You can practice meditation while lying down, while sitting, while standing, while walking. It all depends on the level of awareness we live. So, first thing is be comfortable, my friends. Eyes are closed gently. And adjust and align every part of the body so that you feel comfortable. There is no stretching, discomfort, and unease in any part of the body. We have in every step of this meditation is a complete meditation practice. So there are 7 steps, and every step gives you a glimpse of that meditative state. Second preparatory step is be carefree. Don't worry. Don't move into anxiety. Even if you do not understand the instructions, I constantly repeat it, and simply doing is more important. So let us start with the first step with the 3 stages. Put both your hands on the chest. Look deep inside your heart and start breathing long and the fast breathing into the chest for 1 minute only. You may experience the lightness in the head. It is good. Don't worry about it. I'll explain you all the changes that is taking place during this practice of meditation. Please continue. Long and the fast breathing into the rib cage through the nostrils. You expand the rib cage while breathing in. You contract while exhaling. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And it is done. Bring the hands down, doing nothing. In that state of sensation, in the stillness in the body, look at the moving breath that is going in and out. Feel the sensation of the breath in the nose when it goes in and comes out. Do not change the rate and the rhythm of the breath. And when the breath goes in, simply count in 1. When the breath comes out, out 1. What we are doing in the first 3 steps, we release the energy from the unconsciousness. Why? To make the mind free. We move into the state of passivity. Why? We move the mind within. This is the passive stage of the first step. You're simply counting the breath, 1 to 25. You forget, you recall, reset, restart. We get a glimpse that the mind is living within in the passive stage. You need not to worry. I always inspire, encourage you. Go for a longer meditation. It might take in between 45 to 50 minutes. And I know how to keep your mind engaged. And now, stop the counting. Do nothing. Remain in that state of doing nothing. This is the mindfulness stage. Mindfulness is very popular here. What is mindfulness? You are only a seer, a looker, a watcher, an observer of what? Sensation in the stillness in the body, the natural awareness of the breath, and something deeper within. You may become aware of the inner space, emptiness. That is good. And that can easily be done if we experience the sensation in the stillness in the body, the natural movement of the breath, and deeper insight. So you get a glimpse of what the meditation is, and we will extend this period for a longer period. And now put both your hands on the belly. Start looking deep inside the belly and start breathing long and fast, breathing into the belly. You inhale, the belly goes up. You exhale, the belly goes down. Do not worry. If you are doing breathing, you may feel and experience the lightness in the head. Why? Your oxygen concentration increases. We need that in meditation. We release the energy from the unconscious thoughts, thinking. Wonderful. I like this. Continue. Continue. Only 1 minute we do it. I like it, Galina. That's really good. Continue. You are always in safe hands in this practice of meditation. And it is done. Bring the hands down in the state of sensation, in the stillness in the body. Feel the breath is going in and out. Do not change the rate in the rhythm of the breath. Feel the sensation of the breath going in and out. And start counting the breath mentally. It is a semi-passive state. You maintain that sensation in the stillness in the body. The breath goes and you feel the sensation in one. Breath comes out one, in two. You know what happens in the between? Your unconscious, your subconscious mind makes you forget the counting. Thought takes your mind away. And what we do? We don't make any effort. We remember, we recall, and return to breath awareness. Counting the breath in that state of sensation in the stillness. Continue. And doing nothing, remain as you are, in the state of mindfulness. What is that state? You're only a seer, an observer of the sensation and the stillness in the body, the natural movement of the breath, and something deeper within, a kind of emptiness that you experience. That is a good point. So first 3 steps lays a strong foundation, and then we go deeper into meditative state. And now the third step, and with the third type of the breathing, put your right hand on the belly, the left hand on the chest. Through the nostrils, take a long and the deep and the hissing breath for 1 minute. Keep your mind deep inside the forehead. You may experience an extreme lightness in the head, and that is a good sign. At least you succeeded in doing the practice. Please continue. First you inhale into the belly, then into the chest. You exhale from the belly, from the chest. Wonderful. Very good. Continue, please. And stop it. Bring the hands down. Bring the tip of the index finger and the thumb together. They touch gently. Bring the tip of the tongue inside the lower middle teeth. Lower middle teeth, you allow the tip of the tongue to touch that. Lips remain together. And in that state of the sensation and the stillness in the body, start counting the breath. No change in the rate and the rhythm of the breath. The counting of the breath helps the mind to live within. What is the basic fundamentals of all meditation? Moving the mind within, living within, awakening within. We move the mind within by an active breathing practice. We are counting the breath, we are helping the mind to live within. And awakening within is the meditative state. Your subconscious mind may ask you to move the body sometime. It wants to rush outside. Become aware before you move. And doing nothing, be in that state of mindfulness. You're an observer simply, without any intent. You experience the state of sensation in the stillness. See the contradiction. The breath there is a natural movement of the breath in the stillness of the body. And you are an observer. And you also see something deeper within. That is a glimpse. My friends, you may undergo a variety of experiences of vision, colors, numbness, sinking of the body. You may feel the body is rising up. Be with me. You are always in safe hands. Maintain that state. Now the awareness of the breath, the pointed awareness of the breath. First point, you are looking the moving breath. Breath is going in and out. Second point of the breath, pointed awareness. You feel the sensation of the breath that is going in and out. Third, pointed awareness. You do not change the rate and the rhythm of the breath. Fourth point, when the breath goes in, look inside the forehead in the space, naturally, casually. No focus, look. What it means by no focus and look? If I ask you, have you seen the tiger? You will instantly answer, yes. Same thing. You simply see the space inside the forehead when the breath goes in and comes out. No effort. Sixth point of awareness, when the breath goes in, see the triangle inside the forehead. When the breath comes out, see the triangle inside the forehead. I said, see. I didn't say, focus. Make an effort. Please, no effort at all. No change in the rate and the rhythm of the breath. In the state of the sensation and the stillness, breath is going in and you see the triangle in the space inside the forehead. Breath comes out, you see the triangle inside the forehead. In the state of sensation and stillness of the body. Let the breath and the mind move together on a triangle when the breath goes in and comes out, the seventh point of awareness. What do you need to do? Almost nothing. The breath is moving naturally and the mind follows the breath on a triangle. Equilateral triangle pointing upward. And now comes the mantra. We have installed Yantra. Now the mantra, the power of wisdom, the mantra is aim. When the breath goes in, the mind is moving on a triangle, drop the mantra aim on one side of a triangle. Breath comes out, you see the triangle, drop aim on one side of a triangle. In that state of sensation in the stillness, breath and the mind moves on a triangle, dropping one aim on one side of a triangle. Every time breath goes in, every time the breath comes out. We do not change the rate and the rhythm of the breath. You will tire yourself the moment you change the breath. Now, when the breath and the mind moves in a triangle, drop to aim when the breath goes in. When the breath comes out, breath is going in, aim, two sides of a triangle, breath is coming out, aim, aim, aim. In that state of stillness in the body, that is how we explore the spiritual consciousness deeper within. One of the many approaches. Now, when the breath in the mind moves on a triangle, drop 3 aim every time the breath goes in and comes out. Not only it keeps the mind engaged within, living within on the yantra, to move you very deep. Breath goes in, casually dropping, not making any effort at all. Breath is coming out, You are always in safe hands. If the change is taking place, you are in safe hands. Be with those changes. You may experience sinking of the body into the floor or rising up. You may experience certain resonant colors that we will share after the practice. You experience a total stillness in the body. You may also experience as if the head is becoming bigger and bigger. It's okay. Be with it. You're in safe hands, my friends. And doing nothing in the state of mindfulness. You're doing nothing. You experience the outermost layer of the body. The sensation and the stillness is there. You see the natural flow of the breath. You see the emptiness or the inner space deeper within, and you're simply a seer, an observer. Now we explore the center of the heart. The emotion. Become aware of the breath, the one-pointed awareness of the breath. Breath is moving in and out. You're watching. Second point of awareness. Feel the sensation of the breath in and out. Third point of awareness, no change in the rate and the rhythm of the breath in the state of sensation in the stillness. Fourth point of awareness, simply awareness is not an effort. The moment the breath goes in, look inside your heart at the center of the chest. Breath comes out, look inside the center of the chest. The heart of yoga is located exactly at the central point in the center of the chest. Sixth point. The moment the breath goes in, you see the triangle inside the heart pointing upward. The breath comes out, you see the triangle inside the heart pointing upward. Casual. I did talk to you. Have you seen the tiger? Any instant. No thought, no effort, no imagination is required, and you will surely say yes. Same thing. Breath goes and you see the triangle inside the heart. Focus is not required, effort is not required. And the seventh point, breath in the mind moves on a triangle every time the breath goes in and comes out. We are diving deeper into the center of our pure emotion. We want to awaken to the love that is present deep down at the spiritual level. Now when the breath in the mind moves on a triangle, drop the mantra Hreem. Hreem, H-R-E-E-M. When the breath goes in, Hreem on one side of a triangle, the breath comes out, Hreem on one side of a triangle. You are dropping the mantra Hreem on one side of a triangle inside the heart with every breath going in and out in the state of sensation in the stillness. There are helpers and the barriers. Barriers, sometime in the beginning, we may fall into unconscious sleep. Don't worry about it. You hear me? Return, continue the practice. In the state of sensation and the stillness in the body. Natural movement of the breath. You are simply aware of the changes and experiences that changes. Be with it. You're in safe hands. Don't worry. Now drop two Hreem on two sides of a triangle inside the heart. You observe the sensation and the stillness in the body. You know the natural movement of the breath where the mind goes inside the heart on a triangle. When it goes in, Hreem, Hreem, two sides. When it comes out, Hreem, Hreem. You may also experience a sense of bodilessness. It is good. You are in safe hands. Continue the practice. Continue the practice. And now three mantra on one on each side of a triangle. Hreem, Hreem, Hreem when the breath goes in. Hreem, Hreem, Hreem when the breath comes out. You may get, for a couple of seconds, you may experience you fall into sleep. It's okay, you return again, do the practice. You may also experience the influx of millions of the thought for a second. And if you continue the practice, it disappears. Even if there are a couple of thoughts, let it be there. You are practicing only. You are aware of the practice. Hreem, Hreem, Hreem. and doing nothing. Again, in that state of mindfulness, you experience that you are very deep inside, very far from the physical body, and the breath, a taste of meditation. That is, we'll continue our journey to the power of action. The right action springs with the power of wisdom and the love, and that center of the will is inside the belly button. Again, look at the breath, the one-pointed awareness of the breath. Natural moving of the breath in and out. Second point, feeling the sensation of the breath when it goes in and comes out. Third point of awareness, you are aware that there is no change in the rate and the rhythm of the breath, and you are aware of the sensation and the stillness in the body. Fourth point of awareness, when the breath goes in, you see the space inside the belly button. When it comes out again, see the space inside the belly button. Fifth point of awareness, see the triangle when the breath is going in, and when the breath is coming out, you see the triangle inside the belly button, pointing upward. You're not changing, you're not making any effort at all. That is the key to this meditation. And the seventh point of awareness, let the breath and the mind move on a triangle inside the belly button. And the mantra here is the mantra Kleem, K-L-E-E-M. When the breath goes in, you see the triangle, drop one mantra Kleem on one side. Breath comes out, you drop one mantra Kleem. You're dropping the mantra Kleem without changing the rate and the rhythm of the breath, in the state of sensation and the stillness. Please continue. Now drop to claim on two sides of a triangle inside the belly button. In the state of sensation, in the stillness in the body, a natural movement of the breath with the mind going inside the belly button on a triangle. A clean, clean. Breath comes out, clean, clean. Goes in, clean, clean. Comes out, clean, clean. You do the practice for a specified time based on my observation and your experiences. I minimize the duration or maximize based on the state you are in that I observe during the practice. Now drop to clean, clean, clean on the triangle. When the breath goes in and comes out, we are repeating it. It's good. You all are in a good state. Now drop 3 clean on 3 sides of a triangle. Inside the belly button, casually you are dropping, naturally. And every time you are dropping, mind drops deep down. And the time may come, the mind simply is transcended. That is what we are doing. In the state of sensation, in the stillness in the body, please continue the practice. And doing nothing, Remain in that state of mindfulness. You're not doing anything. But yes, there is a new experience that dawns on you. Continue with it. I will chant 3 times. Be mindful of the chanting. Then I will ask you in a specific way to return. Why? You are able to maintain that state for a longer period. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your mind on the right hand. You know, when I say you to bring your mind on the right hand, you may begin experiencing the sensation. That is what I was talking about during the entire practice. Bring your mind on the left hand. Release the fingers. Lift both your hands. Put it on your palm. Put it on your eyes slowly. Raise both your palms and put it on your eyes slowly. Cover the eyes with your palms. Open the eyes inside. Now let the thinker be active. Know your experiences. Bring the hands down. May sit up now to share your experiences. So, you're wonderful. Everyone is wonderful, yeah? How are you, Liza?
Good. That was the best experience I've ever had meditating.
Oh, you did for 50 minutes. Could you imagine?
That felt good.
So it demands both. The teacher and you are receptive, you follow. How do you feel?
Right now I feel very light.
Very light.
Yeah.
Good.
When I was, I found a little bit of a struggle with the triangle when we would do two sides. I felt like it was easy for me to breathe in with one mantra, in and out, and with three, I guess because of the triangle, I felt struggling with the two a little bit. And other than that, I felt like my head was very heavy to the floor. Like I felt like my head was a weight to the
Yes,
floor.
it's okay. They are good experiences. You know that by regular practice, you get out of the problem of the struggle of the mind dropping the mantra on a triangle. So generally what happens, the mind remains outside. It resists, it revolts. Revolts and it says, no, I don't want to go inside. So that comes by practice. But still you did wonderful. Melina, how are you? Good. I could see that.
Yeah, this is the longest time I've ever meditated. But I did struggle in the first part.
Yes, I wanted to say that.
The first half,
I realized.
I was very conscious of my body. I felt pain in certain
Yes.
parts of my body that I normally don't. Like on my leg, it was weird, and my back. But then there was a moment when I sort of let go.
Let go,
And
yes.
I felt like I was elevating, and I felt a lightness about it.
Lightness.
I think I maybe struggled following the exact protocol of the triangle and all of that.
Yeah.
But I sort of, when I let myself be more natural, it flowed.
You flew. Yeah, I could also feel the initial part was a struggle, and that dropped completely. You see, think of it that you're doing 10 minutes of meditation. I always say that. That's what I have been doing almost for the last 33 years. It's a play and a fun for me now. I teach more than 50 different practices of meditation.
Do you teach transcendental meditation?
Huh?
Transcendental meditation.
Yes. All meditations are transcendental.
I always hear about it. I'm curious why it's distinguished.
When actually the last 3 steps is a deeper transcendental meditation practice. Very deeper, the last 3 steps with the 3 mantras. So you remove the triangle, you remove all the 3 mantra chanting, you pick up one and you continue, it becomes transcendental. But this is much deeper than this. It helps you to explore deeply. What point I was trying to make, that one thing is that you practice 10 minutes. I do practice minimum. I get up at 4:30 and up until 6:30 and 7. I'm with myself. So that helps me to remain tuned and evolve more and more. But coming back, 10 minutes of practice of meditation, it is the mind that declares that I have done 10 minutes. It may be in 10 minutes you were in meditative state hardly for 30 seconds. But you have to extend that period of meditative state in order to influence your personality, your attitude, your whole life. So 30 seconds is not enough. So when you do it for 50 minutes, so that meditative state in that 50 minutes may be much more. So the progress is faster. That is how I only conduct meditation session Saturdays and Sundays during this time. Last thing, then I will ask Nancy to share that the success in meditation is not how long you practice in meditation. It depends on how long you were in a meditative state. So you may be doing 1 hour of meditation and you are in meditative state only for a minute. Entire 59 minutes is a struggle. So it is not that 1 hour I practice 1 hour. I'm finding you, so you have to think, you have to understand that practice. Or sometime you are in 10 minutes, 9 minutes you are in meditation. Much better than 1 hour of practice where you remain in meditation only for a minute. But how 10 minutes becomes 9 minutes of meditative state by practice, understanding. Dropping, dissolving barriers one by one. How are you, Nancy?
I am that 1 minute in the hour.
You're not in?
No, I am the 1 minute in the hour of meditation. That was me.
That was you? You were somewhere?
I think so.
We know each other now too much. So yes, sometime also it happens that your mind wanders and it goes somewhere else, even while listening to the practice. But you remained.
Yeah, but you said that one. You said this last time too. I got there. That one when I got there.
And you dropped into unconscious.
But it's getting better.
Yes, that I see, Nancy.
Getting better.
Much better.
Today I had 2 of those moments.
That yes, that.
I finally understand that, and that is the best place.
Best state and best place to be there.
Oh.
So now, because of the regular practice I do, so I always look at, am I into that state? And after that, even if I do my own practice, which has 9 or 10 steps, so on one day what happens, in the very first step, I'm there. I drop all the 9 steps. When I'm already there. What's the fun of repeating those 9 steps? But sometime in the 3rd step, I go there. Sometime in the 5th. So that's how I check myself. The more I check myself, it becomes easy for me to check you guys. It's an experiential. It is not academical. You can give a good talk and lecture, but if you have that experience, then you can instantly feel. You get to feel that how the others are doing. Keep a smile on the face, Kalina. Why you're so serious?
I'm smiling inside.
You're smiling inside? All the time?
Yeah, sometimes.
Is your statement really good?
Concentrate, I can't smile.
That's another statement people make. Focus and smile are unrelated. But because we may have some kind of, maybe, a stress or a clinging to something, so the moment we focus, the smile disappears. That naturalness disappears. So you have to maintain awareness, keep your focus, and keep a smile on the face.
Yoga helps with that, I think. I feel like yoga helps with that.
Yoga helps with
Try
that.
to relax your face and
Relax, yeah.
postures.
Yes. So meditation is a transformation. It aims at 3 things: awakening, realization, and transformation. Whether you could go to any other teacher or any practice of meditation, the 3 stages are there. Awakening. You experience to some deeper state. That's what Nancy was saying. You said, I was there. So that is an awakening, but you get a glimpse of it for a fraction of a second. By regular practice, we extend that period. Just fraction of a second of experience. you see that you are into a different world. What happens if that period is extended? Think of it. So when that period is extended, then it becomes the realization. Then what happens? You have a stress for something. You allow that state to happen in you and bring in front of the stress. It drops. Then comes the third stage of transformation. So when the realization takes place and now you know, it is easy for you to go into that state of meditation. So that state is put on the body. It changes the body. What? How? What are the changes? Only one or two things that I tell you that changes your breath, it changes your emotions, your personality, your attitude, a lot of things. But for example, on the body. You feel tired after working for an hour. But now you bring that realization into the body, you don't feel tired. You even work for 24 hours, you don't feel tired. You still have the same energy. I conduct the program for 5, 6, 7 or 8 hours. I enjoy that. After 2 hours I feel more energy rather than feeling tired. So that is a sign of transformation. Transformation means where body has its limitation, controlled by the mind. So now the mind drops. It is controlled by the higher spiritual consciousness. You sleep for 1 hour and you can cover more than 8 hours of sleep. It's easy. Your intelligence, your attitude, your emotional poise, they all start coming. That is all for today, and then we will start with our personal transformation program. Yeah?